our school community lost a valued member, student Jose Zamora. We ask that you take a moment of silence in remembrance of Jose. Thank you. If you or someone you know needs mental health support, please call 988 to ask for help. We are sharing mental health resources with you tonight. We appreciate it. Please remove your caps for the national anthem.
And welcome back to Santa Clara football. This is Jared Gutierrez, and we're here live at senior night, just at kickoff. Saratoga Falcons will receive the ball, and here we go. He'll get it, and he'll move it up to pretty far up around 39. Looks like it's going to return up down to the 39. This season has been extremely solid, a little underwhelming at some times, but this team has performed when it counts. Obviously, our seniors have been excellent. Talk about that later after this play. Falcons run around, but not much of a gain, and it'll be second down after maybe the gain of 2 yards.
And they'll get a little gain on that one. Second down. Hello there, Jet.
I forgot to mention, folks, that I'm joined here by Logan Van Pelt today, who will also be doing the in-stadium announcing, so forgive him if he is absent.
Hey, forgive me if I'm a little busy, but I'm really excited for this game tonight.
We all are, Logan. This is a great night for everybody here. Senior night. It's looking bright for this team, especially this defense. This defense has always gone up to the task, stopping right there.
And number 12 is going to run to a brick wall there for the third down.
That'll lead them to third down.
That's a hard hit on that one. Wasn't able to see the number exactly, but that was just impressive by him.
Now, Logan, obviously we're going to see this team play really hard tonight. What are some of the intangibles you think we're going to be seeing from some of these players?
We're going to see that grit. We're going to see that motivation. We're going to see just them being hyped up and ready for this senior night.
Saratoga's going to get out there right back on third down.
A little bit of anticipation here.
Motion.
Oh, and they're going to get down the middle. But they're not going to get much gain.
Run up.
Saratoga able to get to about the 46, but it's going to be a fourth down.
And they will not get to the end there, as it'll be fourth down. Santa Clara has always had a consistent defense. Mostly the offense has struggled in this season. A lot of that has been because of the inconsistent quarterback play. Hopefully we get to see some of the quarterback play here later after this drive.
They're going for it here, Jet. Oh. Number 12 is going to get the fake handoff, and they're going to run right through, and he's going to get that first down, it appears.
And they did a really good play there. Good call, Logan, and good call for the Saratoga Falcons. That was a really seasoned play. That's why you see Saratoga. This team is seasoned as this team, to simply put it, has faced some of the toughest competition, facing teams like Gunn, who just played in the league championship earlier this week.
Yeah, back-to-back losses at the end of the season ruined their league chances, but they're still showing out in this game, and they're going to break through for a 10-yard gain on that one.
And they'll move the chains on that play, as Saratoga's run game will move it more again. Oh, it looks like they won't move the chains. It'll be second and inches.
It's going to be a second inches.
Or not. They're going to move it. They're going to move it. Sorry.
Apologies. They're going to move it for a first down.
Saratoga's run offense is definitely a staple of their team. They've definitely showcased it in everything before. Motion. Handoff to 12. Cut inside.
Cut through, and he's going to get another first down there, it appears.
And a good tackle from number 5.
Another Saratoga first down. Number 5 with the tackle. Fernando Torres.
The Saratoga offense is steadily marching down the field. It's still meeting resistance. Santa Clara is looking for a stop here. Oh, it looks like it'll be third down. Another run. Oh, and he breaks through, wrapped, and taken down by a lot. But they're still going to move the chains.
Gets the first down. They're wrestled down quickly by your Santa Clara Bruins.
They're inching towards the red zone. It's definitely looking dangerous here for at least a kick, but as you know, these Santa Clara teams, or at least these Californian teams in general, definitely like to run the ball or get the ball into the end zone regardless. And they're still going on steady here, as I mentioned earlier. But again, not to the detriment of the Santa Clara's defensive line. Oh. And there's going to be a flag on that one. You know, obviously, tensions and nerves are going to be a little high before the game and during the game, as this is definitely the season finale. You'd want to end it on a win. This season has had a couple of rough patches here and there, but we've definitely had our wins that we'd love to cherish and show. We definitely had better seasons in the league.
Yeah, they cherish those wins, particularly the one against Fremont at homecoming. That was a great game. I recommend watching it back if you get the chance.
And again, we're here to see something incredible on senior night, as they did on homecoming night just this earlier. And a quick stop will leave the Saratoga running back down to second, with a measly gain, but a gain all the same. There's roughly under 7 minutes of football left in the quarter. Still haven't seen a passing game from Saratoga. Still not going to see one.
Yeah, they're going to keep running it.
And they figured it out, as that's going to stop immediately at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down.
And he's not going to get very far on that one. It'll be a 3rd down.
Obviously, one of the main staples of this Santa Clara team, defensive line and linebackers, all have incredibly electric plays, including our two-way players. Guys like Hamza Pinechidi, linebackers, tight ends, kickers, punters, absolute amazing specialists on the field, as well as a lot of these other players, a lot of these seniors.
Saratoga team taking a lot of time on this one. Already 6 minutes have run down on this clock. So they're going to run the ball.
And that's going to lead into the end zone.
That'll be a touchdown for the Saratoga Falcons.
Saratoga will gain the lead 6-0 and will look to gain the extra point after that one.
Yeah, they're going to get 6. They're going to get 6 points on that one. But the Bruins still have a little under 6 minutes in the first quarter, and they have their first offensive drive up ahead. Plenty of time left in this game. I wouldn't be too worried yet, right, Jet?
Absolutely not. And again, we saw what their offense can do. They only ran the ball, and I'm a little bit, I guess, less worried to see what this offense can do. This defense is amazing, and I know that they can stop them later on in the game. And that kick will be good,
Kick is good, but
as the Santa Clara Bruins will head out onto the field for offense for the first time tonight.
They're pointing towards Santa Clara, so bad. There's a flag. No, the point was success. Roughing the kicker. Maybe I don't know. Roughing the kicker is like that call, the slash. I couldn't tell from here. I don't know. There's a second page, Jet.
Looks like it's no good.
Running into or roughing kicker or holder is what it appears to be, because he just kicked his foot up, right?
Yeah.
That should be still the point.
Still a point for them?
If they declined it. Yeah, it should be the point for them.
Was there a flag?
And Santa Clara's return team is waiting to receive with a little bit under 6 minutes left in the quarter.
You got a seatbelt. You guys can get a seatbelt.
I think that's my mic.
I know.
I don't know, because mine's connected to something else. I don't know. Yeah, is that one his?
This one's mine.
Okay, then just leave that other one off.
Okay, sorry.
Saratoga getting ready to kick off here. Interesting formation. They're going to fake the kick, taunting a little bit.
And a little bit of a strange special teams unit here, but it's still going to get the ball across the
And they're
field.
going to
Bit
kick
of a
that ball
bounce.
only like 2 yards.
And they're going to stop it with a good return and a smart one, as they'll get it down
Down that one.
roughly the 31.
Roughly the 30 yard.
The Santa Clara offense has definitely had its bright spot. Its running back core has been spectacular. Guys like Manueli Ting have been fantastic. He's close on 10 rushing touchdowns on the season, as well as Jaden Forks, who has been incredible off the secondary as well. But we also want to see a lot more from the quarterback here, and we'll talk more about him and that situation later in the game.
Bruins getting ready for their first offensive play of the game.
Oh, and they're going to run it right through the line. And that play will go only a few yards, but it will still get to second down.
They're going to run it up the gut for a little gain. Second down.
And, plays like these are going to happen early on in the game, especially when you have an offense that you're not really, you kind of have to size up the defense before you get there. So these gut plays and these running plays you're going to see often, and hopefully we can see them capitalize because they have before.
Interesting play call, though, on a first down to just run it up the gut. There was an offside there on the defense. Oh, he's going to bust through for a couple of yards.
And a good run behind the line, as that will be third down.
For a couple of yards, third down.
Creeping up the chains here. Some steady running offense here, Logan.
Was that by 4 seconds?
Third down. Looks like there'll be a quick huddle before we get there.
Seem to be only 3 or 4 yards left to go.
Santiago Lopez will snap it. Hand off to 4. Wide run, and he's going to break for a first down and way more. And they're still trying to take him down as he'll wrestle himself at around way into the opponent's end zone. Or not end zone, excuse me.
First down.
Territory. My bad. But they will move the chains.
There's Gabe Chavez there, our best safety on the team. Also plays little receiver, has been great on both offense and defense. You mentioned prior there's two-way players. That's one of those two-way seniors that Santa Clara is going to miss next season.
Santa Clara will size up. Pitch. Wide. Run over one.
Forks is going to keep on running through.
And that was an absolute breakthrough of a play. And they'll move the chains. Jaden Forks.
First down.
We see it, and you see it here again. Another first down. Back-to-back chain-moving plays.
Yeah, Forks just busting through there, getting as many yards as he could, and getting so much closer to the end zone, or so much closer to the red zone, than they were prior.
And one thing that I've definitely noticed this Bruins offense getting better at throughout the season is craftier run plays, is that pitch play was just perfect. The line gummed up, the defensive linebacker is perfect. Oh,
and Chavez is going for it again. Chavez is going to keep on pushing through. And a little run there by Chavez, going to push him into the red zone on a second down.
Gabe Chavez from in the backfield there. They definitely love to employ a lot of different people in the backfield, whether it be safeties, regular running backs, sometimes even receivers or corners.
Yeah, in that backfield, we've seen Tayshawn Reed, Gabe Chavez, Joseph Manueli, Jane Forks, John Kepner. The list goes on and on because they just keep incorporating those receivers and those running backs into the backfield, and it works out for them when they do it.
And there's almost no limit to the depth here in the running back system. As we see him get through again, carries a pair of them for a couple yards, and they'll get a little bit closer into the end zone.
And number 2 is going to push a couple of defensive backs there and get into the 10-yard line.
They're knocking on the door of the first down here, and they're definitely knocking on the door of at least some points.
They're going to move the chains on that one for the first down. It's going to be first and goal.
It's going to be first and goal, excuse me.
First and goal for the Bruins here.
Quick huddle for the Bruins offense as we have a little bit under 3 minutes.
Yeah, 2:45 on the clock. Bruins could get the first touchdown here. And at least they're in field goal range if it doesn't end up as well as they're hoping.
I don't know, Logan. This offense looks pretty good right now.
Is that Reed with the ball pushing through?
Yes, it is,
Reed's
and he'll get
through.
it through all the same.
Number 7's going to get a couple of yards there. It'll be his second down.
A couple of substitutions on the field. 17's going to head out for Santa Clara.
They're really close here. They're knocking on the door, hoping to get into that end zone and tie this game up. great spreading out the ball here between Reed and Chavez and Manueli and Forks.
And that was a quick play, and that'll lead to third down. Still really close to the end zone here, but the offense has a little bit of a challenge ahead of themselves. Bruins offense lined up on the right side of the field.
Oh, he's going to go around. Forks is going to go around.
Quick
He's going to try and push through. He's going to follow those blocks. And he's going to get real close, but just short.
That'll be
And they're
fourth
gonna be
down.
just short on that
And they're
fourth
going to
down.
figure out what they should do here. They
On
could
that
go
third
for
down,
3
sorry,
points,
not
or they could try and go on fourth. As it looks like Santa Clara is going to make a timeout here.
Timeout, Bruins. Timeout.
Now, one thing I mentioned before is that this QB room has been
Timeout for the Santa Clara
definitely
Bruins.
more of an apartment here, as we've had a lot of different quarterbacks in this backfield here. Kalani Tessamali, we've seen in the start of the season, who had a little bit of struggle in varsity, but definitely played pretty solid on junior varsity. We've moved him up here tonight. Hopefully we can see a little bit more from him now that they've got some polish. Saratoga's coming in at a 6-2-1 and losing, again, as we mentioned, to some pretty tough competition earlier this season. Santa Clara
Just a
coming in
reminder, all
a
in
rough
timeout.
3-6.
Consider going to the Bruin Bistro for the best snacks in Santa Clara. Less than a minute remains, Jet. So close. The Bruins are... Seems like they're going to go for it. I see number 17. That's a good sign they're going to go for it, but... Who knows? Oh, yep. Jane Forks in the backfield. They're definitely going to go for it on this one.
And this line's got to be ready for this. Oh, and there's a flag flown immediately,
That
as
flag...
none of the refs or players liked that one.
That appeared to be a flag on the Bruins.
Obviously, Santa Clara football has had its fair share of
False start
penalties
on
called on it
Bruins.
this season,
They'll push
but
it back a couple yards. Fourth down.
been quite a while since we've had a call like that, especially in a situation like this.
Oh, they're going to send out special teams. Try and take the 3 points.
Yeah, and after that penalty, they'll take the smart approach and get the points on the board, bringing out their kicker.
They're putting Russell Moore in for this kick.
And that'll be good for the 3 points, as Santa Clara's
Russell
offense
Moore drills the kick for
will
3
get
points
in
on the Bruins.
into the point box, I guess. Sorry, not sure where I was going with that, as the Saratoga Falcons will get the ball going into the second quarter with roughly under a minute left in this quarter.
Reminder, though, Santa Clara does get the ball after the half. So while Saratoga will get a little bit of time here in this first quarter, if they want to keep the lead that they have, they're going to have to get it now, because the Bruins will have the advantage after halftime.
And they're going to ground it.
It's a grounded kick, and they're going to rush on through and get past the 35-yard line on that one, and in between the 35 and the 40.
Yeah, and we've seen a
And the
pair of
Falcons will get in
strange
between the
returns
35
here
and
in
40
this
on that one.
first
First
half,
down.
but all right, I guess this first quarter, excuse me, but regardless, we're still going to get the ball at the 35, or roughly.
First down here, 49 seconds remain. Oh, he's going to avoid a tackle. Still get taken out pretty quick. There's a helmet falling off on the field there.
Bit of a violent play as everybody gets a little bit lost. It'll be second down.
Get a handful of yards. Second down for the Falcons.
Quick play that doesn't really go anywhere, as that'll be taken down probably at third down, as that'll end the quarter.
Doesn't get very far.
7-3, Saratoga in the lead at the end of the first quarter. Stay tuned here, as Santa Clara's offense is still ready to break out here tonight.
Yeah, they got to be ready to play this good defense. They played pretty well in that first part. They're getting them to third downs, but they aren't able to stop them once they get there.
Yeah, and it's been interesting because although they've known what kind of plays they're making, they like to switch the run up. They like to switch the angles and the directions with pitches and quick handoffs, but they still managed to break through sheer athleticism and juking, and hopefully the linebackers are going to be able to slow that down later on in the game.
They're going to have to flip the positioning of the field here. Third down for Saratoga.
Are they Guardian caps?
Yes, some of them are. It's the gray Guardian caps. Oh, apologies. Gray Guardian caps they're wearing here. Well, they're going to get wrestled back.
And a bit of a people mover play, as it'll move the chains.
There's going to be a pile up there, but it appears to be a first down for Saratoga.
Maybe. Or not.
They were fighting around on that one. They're moving the chains for a first down.
Yeah. Or they won't. We're a little bit confused up here in the box, but regardless, the game will go on. It's some motion in the backfield.
Oh, and he's going to get taken down quickly. And that'll be senior Ryan Borromeo on the tackle for loss. Second down for the Falcons.
Ryan Borromeo has definitely had his fair share of star moments, as in the games earlier before we've mentioned, he's had some pretty clutch time tackles. We're hoping to see a lot more from him tonight.
He's had some impressive tackles on the season, able to just get through those gaps and take them down with ease.
And a quick handoff to 12. He's going to get hit pretty hard. A flag's going to be flown on the play.
Flag's going to get thrown on that play. Going to get a couple of yards. I don't know how to end that. Like the flag, a hard hit on that. That was a rough hit on that one. It was loud. You could hear it all the way in the box.
Yeah, and it looked like his head contorted in a weird way. We hope everybody's okay down there in the field. And, you know, you mentioned the Guardian caps before, and I want to commend those players for thinking about their safety, as there is a reason there is student first and student athlete.
Precisely there, Jet. Going to be a whole...
Little unsure of the call there, but regardless, I believe there will be a penalty against Saratoga.
That'll be a penalty against Saratoga there. Second down.
Santa Clara's defensive line Star-studded. And they'll crash down on the running back, and he won't get anywhere as he's gummed up. 3rd down.
And he's not going to get very far on that one. 3rd down.
And, you know, a lot of these drives and plays that you see from the defense and the defensive line, like guys from Greg Silva, guys like, Juan Soto, even guys like, definitely reading off of a script here, Santiago Lopez and Matthew Brazil. We have a lot of defensive linemen here. We mention our linebackers and DBs a lot, but they definitely don't get as much credit, as they are also offensive linemen.
It's going to be a quick pass to 4 there, and he's going to drop it.
And number 4 for Saratoga will drop the first pass. And number 4 is not feeling good after that one, but it's a little bit of an interesting play from Saratoga. Definitely an interesting time to make the first throw. It'll leave 4th down. They're probably going to punt it, but they could go for it. They're way behind. Oh, it looks like they're going to go for it. Nothing changed. I don't know. Not sure.
No, that's a punt there.
That's a punt. That's
special teams lined up way back there. You can see the punt.
It's okay. I don't know. I'm sorry. Just be careful. You're making fun of it. All right. So you can't say that. Makes sense.
Okay. Is it 26?
And that'll be a good return for 2-6 there.
Good return for number 26 there. Maybe around the 35-yard line.
Close game, half a score lead for Saratoga. Or 4 points, my apologies. A little bit of confusion here on the play, but regardless, the clock is... Oh, I apologize. The clock is stopped at roughly 9:27.
The Bruins, after a successful defensive drive, are going to get the ball now.
They're taking over. You're going to end up right in the corner. Thank you for announcing. Make sure to keep it impartial. I like that. I like that you dressed up for it too. I was just like that before. I got this job 20 minutes ago. You got promoted. Who's doing commentary? For the game? For this game? Okay.
I've been warned like 4 times already.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just try not to say like Butterfingers or
Yes,
those types
I
of
get
things.
it. Biases. I understand. Sorry. My first day.
Quick handoff, a little bit of confusion. Oh, never mind. It's going to go far.
Gabe Chavez is going to bust through on that one.
Hello, how did you?
He's going to get around. He's going to juke around.
And into the end zone.
Touchdown.
Gabe Chavez, you heard it here first.
Yours.
That'll give Santa
Bruins.
Clara the lead here. And it's looking good here for the Santa Clara Bruins as we go into the second quarter with the lead. They'll go for the extra point here. Excellent run and excellent play in the open field from Gabe Chavez. You see that weird quick hesitation step that had the other defender shook. That's what we love to see here from the Bruins, especially from senior Gabe Chavez.
Impressive run by Chavez there.
And the extra point will be good.
The kick will be good on that one. Santa Clara leads 10-7.
With the score to 10-7, Santa Clara will hold on to a half a score lead here in the second. Now, Santa Clara has had a rough time holding on to leads in the past, but they've definitely had no problem getting stops on the defensive side of the ball. Hopefully we can see the defensive line crash down a little bit more as we saw earlier in the game. Special teams out there to give it to Saratoga. Sizing up a little bit. And it's off.
That one's going to go pretty far, but Saratoga's going to take the ball, and they're going to run with it. Oh, fake lateral, and he's going to bust straight through the middle. He's almost going to get tackled down.
And he escapes the linebacker, but gets taken down by the good effort in the backfield. Oh, and he takes it a rough tumble as he's going to go down there. And he's going to make a great return there into our end zone, or our own end, excuse me.
And they're going to go pretty fast there. They're going to be able to take that farther than was expected. That fake lateral was an impressive play by Saratoga special teams.
Yeah, and they definitely came back with a vengeance after that quick play by Chavez. Santa Clara needs to keep it quick out here. Obviously, that return is going to set up the offense for at least a couple points here if they keep their senses.
Little under 8.5 minutes left in the second quarter here. Number 11 is going to try and pass the ball. He's going to go deep to a wide open receiver, and Saratoga's going to get the touchdown.
And an excellent passing play, as that'll be the second pass, the first completion for the quarterback, and a good receiving touchdown for Saratoga. That'll give them the lead after that one. That'll give the Falcons the lead. Again, Santa Clara, it's not much of a scare, as we've definitely had issues holding our own lead in the mid part of the game, but we're still within striking distance here with a lot of time left on the clock. They're going to go for the extra point to make it 14-10. And
Yeah,
that'll get dropped.
Snap,
hit
he's gonna
hard.
try and throw it to a Saratoga player.
And definitely a bit of a play gone wrong there, as the extra point will not be good.
13, sorry. Falcons have the lead.
Still only leading by half a score. It's still a close game here. Stay tuned.
Just an awkward long snap there. Only up by 3, which is great for the Bruins, as it gives them more opportunity to tie it up with a field goal, or touchdown gives them 4-point lead.
Now, one thing that's definitely going to determine this game, and I know it sounds a little bit simpler than it, I guess, it sounds way more obvious, but the offense needs to be on its A game tonight. The Santa Clara defense can always provide, regardless of what, I guess, the momentum or the tempo of the locker room or the team is, but we've seen this offense be inconsistent at times. And Saratoga will try and get a reaction out of the special teams, but nothing will happen.
That's the second time trying that. Maybe it's just some sort of ritual thing they have. I'm not even sure. This is the first time we've played against Saratoga, and there's going to be drop on that one. But
and a good recovery from 55, excuse me, as Santa Clara will get a decent return at roughly the
This will be the 39-yard line.
39.
Ball will be spotted about the 39-yard line. Santa Clara Bruins on offense.
Now, again, as I was mentioning before, I want to see this offense absolutely click, and one of the reasons we see that click is by using those screen passes or those field shifting plays. Love to get some of our wide receivers like Jesse Calderon involved, guys like Jacob Liu.
Just hoping to see a pass game here. Will that be a fumble? It was hard to see what happened on that play.
And one thing I'm worried about happening too early on in this game is that Saratoga starts to read our offense a little bit too quickly. As we're getting stopped pretty quickly on the drive, we're not getting any preliminary yards on first or second. We're just getting stopped pretty quick, and maybe a couple on third down maybe.
It's about to be 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining.
Santa Clara offense ready to rip.
Oh, Fork's going to run that through. He's going to get past the first tackle.
And it takes two to take one, as number 2 will get taken down.
Going to return around the line of scrimmage there. Third down.
Hasn't been much gain here, as it's third down and maybe 1 yard gain. I don't even think 1 yard. Santa Clara is looking for a miracle here on 3rd and 10.
I'd like to mention here, technically Saratoga is undefeated in non-league games like this one, but it's only been 1 league game this season. Oh, and they're going to pass the ball.
Caught.
Tayshawn Reed's going to take that one.
And mentioning
Number
those
7
receivers
take that
before,
ball
number
for
7 will
Santa Clara,
get that
first
reception
down.
for a good possession play there. Testimale with his first throw and Tayshawn Reed's first reception here tonight. Tayshawn Reed has been known to be a corner and a wide receiver, and we've also seen him in the backfield, as we mentioned earlier, but just absolute stellar athleticism on the wide receiver position.
Reed's been all around that offense. He played a couple games starting at quarterback for us. Incredible running plays in the early games of the season.
Talk
And
about athleticism, man.
Impressive
Just
wide receiver, yeah. Corner as well, and played great cornerback this year.
Number 3 motioning to the left side. Handoff. Jaden Fork's going to spin
Push through.
and gets through even more. And that will move the chains as the Bruins offense is getting hot. 81 will come onto the
Forks is
field.
gonna pull through on that one. First down.
17 will also come onto the field.
That was impressed by Forks just to keep it kicking, keep pushing leg after leg, just getting through.
Yeah, and you love to see those just absolutely incredible plays here. One thing I saw more in the midfield is that spin to break through a couple of defenders. That was an incredible play there. Some motion to 4.
Yeah, 4's going to keep that. Chavez is going to go around.
Oh, in and out. Broken down, and it's going to take a group of Saratoga's defenders to get Chavez down. That'll be 2nd and a few.
Chavez is going to inch closer to the 25-yard line. 2nd down.
I gotta be louder. No, Maxine, how's it going?
Oh, it's going good. Little quick huddle for Santa Clara. Definitely trying to see what they can do here. They've shown that the passing game could be an option later down the stretch, or they could break through with their running game, as that we've seen from these points here in the game.
Oh. 17's going to run around. Testimale is going to get a couple yards on that one. He's going to push through.
Very unique play there, as the QB just carries it for a few.
Number 17 is going to carry it for a few on that one. 3rd
And
down.
definitely a play that you can't be mad at, as it was definitely a safe play, and you move the ball forward here as you get to 3rd and maybe 4 yards into the first down. Bruins O-line looking formidable out there.
Ooh, Tim's going to get taken down real quick there.
And a bit of a rough stop. That's going to be 4th down here as the 3-point kick could be considered from this range. But they could also go for it as Saratoga's gone from this range as well. This game's up for grabs, as you can see. Some substitutions as well. Got to keep all your players fresh. And you got to get them connected into the sideline as well. You see a lot of communication between coaches and players as they're pivotal to these players' growth, the staff.
Putting Bormeo in the backfield there, ready for the handoff. Could see the fullback play. Oh, but they're going to get it to 2, and he's going to get taken down.
And that's a good defensive play there from Saratoga.
That's going to be a turnover on downs. Saratoga offense will take the ball.
And that's going to get Saratoga with the ball in their own end with a little bit under 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game. With exactly 4:14.
4:15 in the half. 10-13. Just unfortunate for the Bruins not able to get that crucial first down and keep the ball rolling, but it's just what's gonna happen when you have such a powerful defense you're facing.
Yeah, and this team, again, as we mentioned, is no team to, I guess, turn your head at, as it's had tough competition, and it showed that, as I was saying earlier, tough competition. They played well against them. They definitely make their mistakes like every other high school team, but obviously they know how to hold on to them as they made sure that they held the ball there. 2nd down. Clock will be running with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the half. In the half, excuse me. Bruins defense out here again.
He's not going to get very far. He's 32 grabs him on that one.
And again, the Bruins will stop Saratoga in their own end. 3rd down. It's looking like it might be promising here on the defensive side of the ball.
He'll get wrapped up quickly there for the 3rd down.
It's been an enthusiastic senior night.
Let's get loud for the defense here.
Violent motion. And stopped at... they're not going to move the chains. That's going to be 4th down. But it looks like there's going to be plays called dead. I'm not quite sure. But there's going to be some substitutions for Saratoga as they're not quite sure what to do. They could punt it here because it's awfully close to go on your own end here.
The false start by Saratoga is declined. 4th down.
The false start was declined, as that's what it was. Some more guys will come back from both sides. Noticing that there is some players lined up real deep. They're looking at those passing plays. They've shown that they can get far with them.
They got the special teams unit lined up for this one.
Oh, excuse me. My bad.
Punt's going to get past the 50.
And it's going to roll out into the Bruin zone.
They seem to get the ball around the 46-yard line.
2 minutes, 24 seconds left in the game. Or left in the half.
Get the ball around their own 45-yard line.
Bruins definitely got to think about changing up the offensive game here. Or at least when they get their offense out there. Forks in the backfield, but it's going to go to the QB.
They're going to throw that one. Oh, and it's going to be picked off by number 12. Number 12 on Saratoga with the interception.
And it looks like it was ripped from the receiver there as the ball was fought over and lost. And it will lead, again, to an interception. definitely been a grit and grimy game here. 13-10, close game.
2 minutes remain. That was a tough interception for Tessamale, but first game back, and he played pretty well that first drive, those first couple drives.
Oh, and he breaks a tackle, but he doesn't break that one, as that'll be stopped between the chains. And that'll
He get pretty far on that one, but it'll still be a second down.
And that'll push us past the 2 minutes.
Yeah, we're under 2 minutes now. 13-10. Santa Clara only down by 3. Getting the ball after half, like we mentioned prior. And they'll move the chains on that one.
And that'll be a good running play for Saratoga.
First down.
As we mentioned earlier in this game, this is a run-favored team. They've shown that they can pass the ball with success, but bottom line, their run game is their game, as they'll move the chains there again. A little bit under a minute 30. Santa Clara looking to get a good stop here.
Santa Clara having issues getting everybody lined up with the field here. Minute 20 remains.
And again, he's wrestled down between the chains as the Santa Clara defense will rotate for third down. Or second down.
Yeah, it's going to be second down on that one. They're able to get a couple yards, however. Only 45 seconds remain. Wondering what Saratoga will do close to Bruin territory.
Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting. They've shown, again, the passing game here. Hopefully they're going to stay a little bit more one-dimensional with the run. As they
When he's
will
going to just walk
here.
around them and try and juke through. Good elusivity.
Yeah, and definitely one game we're witnessing, as well as obviously this football game, but we're witnessing a lot of line games here, as the O-line and D-line are having a lot of different swiping and swimming here, as they're trying to get through to the backfield, and he's just managing to swim around on the opposite ends and the wide ends.
24 seconds remain.
Santa Clara's been doing a good job holding them.
Saratoga.
But Saratoga will take a timeout here to try and see if they can get any points before the half ends. More motion from the Saratoga backfield, but they're going to, number 11's going to keep it. 12's going to hold him and get him into the sideline.
11's not going to get much on that one. That seemed to be for loss.
And that was a good pass rush by number 12.
Saratoga
That was
get out
a
of
really
bounds.
good
Second down, 17
move
seconds
and a
remaining.
good chase down. That'll be second down behind the lines. 17 seconds left.
Do you want to do the halftime stuff? Since I've been doing the football, you've been doing the football. Saratoga in a crucial second down here. Only 17 seconds remain, and he's going to get taken down quickly. And he's going to get grabbed at the ankle and taken down. Third down for Saratoga.
Just 11 seconds left in the half here. Saratoga's done a good job here moving the ball forward, but Santa Clara's also done a good job holding them with only half a score lead. Now, one thing we're quietly tracking up here tonight is Manuel Ting's incredible season here, as he's 159 yards shy of 1,000 at the start of the game. He's also had
11 with the ball. He's throwing it high. It's going to be overthrown.
But as we were mentioning before, Manuel Ting, excellent season, hoping to see more here tonight. 159 to make it 1,000 on the season, and over 100 yards here tonight would make it his 6th 100-yard game. Absolutely lights out on the backfield. Little under 6 seconds, 5.7.
Yeah. Oh, I can move this paper wherever you want. I have it set up.
Only 5 seconds remain.
QB
That's
tries
gonna be the
something
end.
fun.
He's going to have to go for a risky play here if they want the chance. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that'll lead to the end of the half.
First half. Santa Clara down 10-13.
Obviously a close game here, as you'll enjoy the halftime festivities when we'll come back to you with this 13-10 game after this. And we're back here, second half, as Santa Clara will receive the ball for offense first.
I'd like to remind everybody, I am Logan Van Pelt, and this is
Jed Gutierrez, happy to be here.
senior nights, the final night for the two of us, as well as a lot of the seniors here tonight, playing phenomenally so far, only down by 3 points.
Again, one thing that's outstanding is that they love to have this kickoff do that. I don't know. I hope are they trying to elicit a false start or something? I don't know. Anyways,
It's an interesting tradition that I've never seen before.
yeah, it's something. But regardless, we'll start it.
And they're going to kick it real low there. He's going to
And
take
a
it down there.
Quick catch and a quick down there as they'll get to maybe the 36.
Quickly downs it. It'll be first down for your Santa Clara Bruins.
Now, obviously, one thing you want to see from this team right out of the halftime is an explosive line. The line has been playing a major part in both of these teams' success. Obviously, ours is a lot more impactful. We have defensive and offensive linemen that play on both sides, so having them be on their A game is top priority. Oh, and the ball's dropped.
Fumble.
Quick recovery from number
Oh,
7.
That's gonna be a harsh
and that's going to be a
tackle
hard
there.
hit.
Second down. That'll be second down about the 28-yard line for the Santa Clara Bruins.
And a little bit of shaky play here out the gate. Obviously, people in the locker room are having a couple of jitters, trying to get warmed up for the second half. What do we need to see from this offensive group here? What do we need to see from this group here, Logan, to at least kick us off on this half?
For this half, they just need to get those first downs, and that was a tough hit already. But if they can get a good pass going here, number 10, Jacob Blue's going to get the ball.
And look at Lou go all the way down to the
Number
opponent's
10,
end.
Sorry, number 10, Hamza Punshiri there. And 10 takes it into Saratoga territory for a first
Oh,
down.
I thought that was Jacob Lou. Hamza Pinechitty, absolute offensive and defensive and special teams threat, punter and tight end, absolute dominating force on offense and defense when he's clicking. We haven't seen him provide at a high clip in multiple games, but he's definitely been there when it counts. Santa Clara's offense in the opponent's end.
We don't usually see Hamza on the field, unfortunately. But phenomenal player that as we've seen. Number 2, Jane Fork's going to push straight through. He's going to keep on rolling.
And it takes a group of 4 to lay him down as he'll get the first down and then some.
And Fork's going to roll around for the first down.
Some steady play from the running back group here out the gate. And some good work from the QB there. Good pass and run from number 10, as we mentioned earlier. This offense is playing well, as we've seen its variety, a mixture of passing and running. We haven't seen any trick plays, which has been interesting. A couple of pitches, but nothing crazy like Saratoga has been featured earlier in the game.
Saratoga is a very unique play style, but so far only allowed them 13 points. Santa Clara has been able to counter that.
Oh, and he's taken down way behind the
wrestled
line.
down.
And that's an explosive play for Saratoga. That's going to be a good sack. Second down, way behind the line. A little bit under 10 minutes left in the
field.
quarter.
Number 17's.
Oh,
Or is he waiting for the play call? Hoping he's okay here.
and one thing I mentioned in the first half that I was worried about is that Saratoga's defense getting too comfortable with us, familiarizing themselves with our run game, our passing game. I don't want them to be on our pace because that's when we start falling behind. Santa Clara out there again. Number 2 in the backfield. 17. Lofts it.
Long bomb. That's
And
going to be a
it's
touchdown.
good.
Number 8, yeah?
Jacob Blue
Jacob
with
Blue
the catch.
able to get the catch.
That
That'll be a
will get
touchdown
the
for
score
Bruins. Give them the lead
16 to 13.
13.
Jacob Blue, talented receiver. We've seen a lot of amazing receivers here in this team, but when it works, gosh darn it, it works, as that will give us the lead.
If it was declined, is it worth mentioning?
No, it's gonna, the penalty will probably be on the kickoff.
He'll be on the kickoff? Okay.
Probably.
Yes. Santa Clara will take the lead 16 to 13. Pretty much exactly 9 minutes remain. It's just a short drive for them, only taking 3 minutes.
And an absolutely efficient drive. 2 passes, 1 run, and all excellence from the QB, the receivers, and the backfield. Efficient offense. This is what we wanted to see from Santa Clara. This is what their perfect game plan looks like. As they're going to try and extend the lead here by 1 extra point. Well, some more. We'll get ready for the kick. And that'll be good for the extra point. 9 minutes in the quarter. Santa Clara's looking to maybe extend this lead, hold the Saratoga offense to something here, as they lead by 4, or we lead by 4. Excuse me.
Give it a minute because it's streamed already.
Yeah, it's not changing on that computer.
Now, want to point out this quarterback has had a very rough season, but he is showing his growth here. 2 passing touchdowns and only a few passes. Absolutely elite efficiency so far.
Yeah, impressive able to get those 2 touchdowns. Unfortunate that there was that interception earlier in the game, but successful. That's best word to describe Tessamali this game. He's been more successful and has played way better than he did earlier in the season.
Yeah, and that is an extremely bright spot when you have somebody that can physically show that much improvement. That's incredible, and it makes me excited for this Bruins offense, especially going into the future.
Kickoff's going to go far on that one. He's going
to try and run, fakes the pitch, and absolutely taken down at maybe the 26, 25-yard
He's
line.
going to get wrestled down a little close to the 30. Saratoga with the first down.
Again, a little under 9 minutes left in the quarter. There hasn't been much time elapsed, but there has been a score, 17-13. Saratoga offense. They like those handoffs, and he doesn't get very far with it either. 2nd down between the chains.
Only got a couple yards on that one. Handful of yards for Saratoga there. 2nd down.
More motion. And again, goes nowhere. Third down for a tackle for loss. Good play from the defense there. Starting to creep.
Stump him on that one. Third down.
Defense starting to creep, and Saratoga hasn't gotten very far at all. I don't think they've moved the chains more than once here on this drive. Santa Clara's looking to stop them. Definitely playing a lot more poised in this game than previous ones.
Yeah, coming out the half, they set that defensive game plan, and they've been showcasing it so far.
And although that one gets a little more than usual, all the same, it's still not going to go far. Fourth down in between the chains. Santa Clara looking to stop here, and Saratoga looking for a little bit of hope on this side of the ball.
That'll be 4th and a few yards.
Substitutions for both sides, looking to keep their guys fresh here. Punt.
Yep, there's going to be the punt. Ooh. That's going to go really high, but not get much air time. That got a lot of air time and not much else on that. But there's a lot of horizontal running here.
And
He's trying to get past the 40. He's going to get past the 40. There's a flag on that
by
play.
2-6. Tried to go for a bit of a stiff arm, manages to run over him.
Pennington's able to get some yards on that one. Santa Clara's offense ready to start.
Obviously, Santa Clara is coming out with a little bit more confidence than usual with the lead and the ball in a good starting position, and with some good play from both the quarterback and the running team. They feel very versatile, and I definitely want to see them keep it that way. Santa Clara has seen a lot of excellent play from their usual, I guess, wrecking crew. Nick Chubb-like plays from Jaden Forks with absolute power in the gut plays, just excellent down the field. In and out plays from Gabe Chavez down the midfield, as well as Jacob Blue. Just absolute offensive showcase so far. We have a lot of football left as well. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left in the quarter. Everybody will get ready for this one. Hand off to 7. Behind number 2.
Oh, Reed's going to juke through and get. Oh, he's going to get some extra yards on that one.
And a good duo play as they bring number 2, Jaden Forks, with the fullback, with Tayshawn Reed as a running back there. Definitely like changing up the running plays because there's so much depth at the running position. Bruins looking for a chain mover here. They've had a steady run game to 4, and it's going to go far.
Travis is going to bust through there.
Good holding.
Juke around.
Blocking, sorry, not holding.
Travis
That's not the technical term, as that is a really good offensive gain.
First down.
Just what they needed there. Santa Clara is looking to score, knocking on the door. 20 within the 30-yard, I guess the red zone, you could say. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left in the quarter. Santa Clara offense deliberating what they should do next. They've had some success with the run game at this point, but you know, you've also gotten pretty lucky with your QB play. Maybe you can test your luck here as well.
Bruins knocking on heaven's door here, getting a little close to the red zone. Only 5 more yards to go on that.
Hands off to
Hand off
4.
to 4.
He's running behind a lineman, and he's going far.
He's going to follow those blocks.
An absolute blocking
Travis is gonna follow
clinic
those blocks
here.
for about a 20-yard
That
rush.
is a good block from Matthew
5
Paulino,
yards
allowing
to the
that
end zone.
play to go. Excellent play. That is some of the things you want to see. If you can't have the explosive plays from your running backs, set them behind a big guy that can move like that. Excellent play from the line.
Apologies, folks. That's going to be spotted around the 9-yard line. First and goal.
Bruins offense definitely feeling good. Hand off to Jaden
Forks. Is he going to get the touchdown on that one? He got pretty close, waiting for the referee's call. Oh, they're going to spot that one about the 1-yard line. And Forks bursts off for about an 8-yard run there. Second and goal.
There'll be a stoppage in play, but Santa Clara, again, knocking on the red zone. 17-13, Santa Clara lead. It's looking promising here. Stay tuned. 4 minutes, 37 seconds left in the quarter.
And they only got about 1.5 yards to go on this one. Honestly, maybe under 1 yard on this one. They just got to wait for that offense to get back on the field. And it's, I don't want to say it's almost guaranteed to be a touchdown because I don't want to jinx them, but they're getting pretty close, and they got second, third, and even fourth down to go if they need it.
And hopefully this touchdown will come as the offense will trot out for the field, hopefully for the final time this drive. Sizing up.
Is that 57 with the ball?
Oh, and there's going to be a flag on the play. But it looks like it's still going to get into the end zone.
And your Santa Clara Bruins are able to push through into the end zone.
And that'll be a touchdown from number 57.
Oh, they're going to... Seems to be a flag on this one.
And there might be a delay in that touchdown, but it still looks promising.
Is that legal push? Flag.
A penalty for Santa Clara as they'll move back a little bit.
Apologies, folks. Flag, Santa Clara.
Saratoga got a little bit of a break there as Santa Clara is looking to find a way to get into this end zone regardless. To Forks, all on the right side and in. That'll be another rushing touchdown. Jaden Forks.
Extend the lead, 23-13.
And that'll extend the lead to 23-13 from this excellent play from Jaden Forks. Santa Clara Bruins elated to be leading here. 10 points up, looking to extend the score by 1 after the extra point.
Going to go for the extra point here.
Looks like something's going to be called. And they're going to move back a little farther.
The Bruins are going to get moved a little farther back on this one.
Refs definitely not giving us any mercy here as we are looking to get that extra point still regardless of the penalty. Definitely put us in a better position because Santa Clara's definitely, again, had a rough time holding on to leads in the past, especially in the second half. And that will be no good.
Santa Clara, 23, Saratoga, 13.
And Saratoga's definitely still fighting here as the special teams unit gets the stop in the extra point. It's the grimy plays that'll get this game as close as is. 10-point difference. 4 minutes, 25 seconds left in the quarter. Saratoga's offense will get it. Santa Clara's defense is definitely going to be expecting a bit more of a desperate offense here now that they're down by a score and a half. You're probably going to be seeing a lot more consistent play of running down in their own end. But once they get to our side, they're probably going to be passing it or using those field shifting plays or end arounds. But regardless, that all starts with a kickoff. Nolan Gallo. Russell Moore, excuse me. That's the punter, Nolan Gallo. That is the kicker.
4:30 remain in the third quarter. Bruins 23-13 lead, and that's going to be going pretty far. Saratoga's going to try and take it upfield.
And a good return, and he crashes down at maybe the 32, the 33. That'll be a solid return for Saratoga.
30. First down.
Quick handoff up
Who's
the
gonna
middle.
hop over? Who's getting taken down?
And a good group tackle led by
Just a handful of yards
67.
there. Second down.
Defense will size up again. Looking to shoot those gaps. Motion to 10 on the side, and he's swallowed up by 2. Number 7, Tayshawn Reed with the tackle for loss. We've seen him on the
Reed with the
offensive side of the
tackle.
ball,
Third down.
but that's the time we've seen on the defense, as he is no joke on defense. An absolute defensive lockup, both on the receiving end and on the pass rushing end that we saw there.
Impressive tackle for loss there by Reed. Just able to swallow him up and keep him on the ground. These Saratoga players have been able to break tackles frequently, so for him to be able to just plant his feet and stop him dead in his tracks, just impeccable play.
It's something to be said about a textbook tackle. As we're going to see maybe one.
Goes real
Oh.
far.
And the QB will ground it before he gets down. Fourth down in their own end.
There'll be a fourth down.
It's looking really promising here. Santa Clara's defense is not letting anything get through here. It's 2 minutes, 50 seconds left in the quarter, 23-13.
Looks like the punter's getting on the field. Santa Clara get another opportunity offense. Great defense so far. Able to hold him to only 13 points in 3 quarters.
Again, both sides of the ball really clicking, but again, it's really up to the people to get the ball back to their offense. The defense definitely holding down the team here. 2-6 will get the punt return, bring it past the 30, maybe up to the 38. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in the clock on the quarter. Very stop and go here on these special teams units. You know how it is. Couple of... Oh, speaking of the special teams, they'll head out, and the offense will head in. Looking to see explosive plays from those two-way players. We saw Tayshawn Reed earlier on the defensive play take that tackle for loss, and we also saw him earlier with an excellent couple of run plays. Hopefully we can see him do some excellent catching now that the QB's in the mix.
This will be the handoff to Forks, and he's going to bust straight through. He's going to look for a maneuver. Oh, and
Gets
he's
over
gonna hit him
one,
hard.
and it takes the other, and he absolutely plows through the Saratoga defense.
Forks
That'll
forces
break
away
the
from
chains
defense.
and break through the midfield.
Saratoga territory for the first down.
Jaden Forks having himself a game showing that this running core is absolutely stacked. Manuel Ting has already had a fantastic season, as you mentioned here before, but Forks has shown that it's his night here tonight on senior night. Pitch to 4.
Chavez trying to get some yards on that one. He's gonna get a couple.
Ooh. And a rough hit, but it's still taken pretty well by Chavez. As they'll get down on the second down. Clock
Chavez
running with
push
under
forward
2
for
minutes
a
left in the
second
quarter. Again, one of the intangibles here from the Santa Clara team that's really pushed them ahead here is their line games. Guys like Matthew Paulino creating those gaps, and the rushing game has been consistent, definitely thanks to the explosiveness of the running backs, but you got to mention that this line is creating those gaps.
Speaking of Paulino, in an interview earlier today with Coach Castillo, he credited Paulino and Silva as seniors that he's definitely going to miss after this year, considering how impeccable their play has been on the offensive and defensive lines.
Yeah, and it's no difference. There's absolutely no way you can miss these players in the field. These guys are absolute units. But that QB run won't go for much, as that'll be third down in between the chains. A couple of substitutions.
Stop quickly. Third down for your Santa Clara Bruins.
Santa Clara might get one play before the clock expires. There's a little bit under 30 seconds left in the game. Or not in the game, in the game's quarter. 17. Good pass block. Chucks it. And caught! Oh! And it's no good. A little bit too rough after the catch. Number 3, Jesse Calderon. It was a good pass catch attempt, but it's not going to go well. 15 seconds left on that one. Fourth down. They're probably going to go for it, but they might punt it for the extra point if they've got the kicking power. A little bit of confusion on the sidelines, but 3-2. John Kappner will head out on the field for Santa Clara. Fourth down. That's their punting team.
Interesting play, though. They're lining up like they're trying to bait him.
Oh,
and
it's a fake play.
10, Hamza. He's going to try and still go for a kick. That counts as a fumble. Wrestled down.
And definitely playing gone wrong, but that could have been worse, as that'll go down in Saratoga's own end.
And the fake punt attempt isn't going to work out. Saratoga will get the first down.
Now, obviously, these kind of mistakes you can afford when you're up by 10, but it's nervous to see because Santa Clara, again, in other teams, especially teams that we've seen in the past, have managed to exploit Santa Clara's mistakes like this, especially when their penalties got a little bit out of hand down the stretch. Santa Clara needs to hold on to this lead here as Saratoga will head out again on offense.
Yeah, it's a 2-score game, so even if there is a sort of touchdown by Saratoga, it's not guaranteed. There'll be an interception by number 13.
And that is a pick for 1-3-13.
Interception there. Santa Clara will get the ball back on offense.
And talk about good defense. Daniel Rohina, absolute pick from the sky. That'll give Santa Clara the ball back in their own end.
That ball was
right after the quarter.
Yeah, right after the quarter. The ball was lofted just a little too slowly, and Rohina was able to take advantage of that.
That'll be in the third quarter.
And again, as I mentioned earlier in the quarter, they're probably going to take riskier shots now that they're down by as much, and you saw that it did not pay off there. That'll lead us to the fourth and final quarter of the night. 23-13, Santa Clara ball. What do they need to do, Logan? What do they need to do to hold this lead? Do they need to do prevent defense? Do they need to be focusing on scoring? What's the thought?
I mean, in a perfect world, you want a defensive drive like that. One play and it's an interception. But for being realistic, the Bruins just need to be able to buckle down on that defensive line, and they need to play. Those corners and safeties have been playing just like how they should be. Textbook. Passes have been unsuccessful most of the game.
Tackles have been tight.
Tackles have been tight. Defense has been on their A game recently, and they just need to keep that up.
Yeah, those linebackers have really been swallowing up and filling the gaps, not letting anybody get through, and not letting any of those passes get through either. Again, the safeties, DBs, playing lights out. Oh, and a good run from Forks.
Going to break through.
And again, Forks has absolutely shown that he can carry and at a high clip. He's gotten a good usage tonight, definitely handed the ball a lot, but he can run and get through his players. As he'll actually head to the sideline, get rested a little bit. So will number 4. Quick huddle for Santa Clara.
And Forks, one of the very impressive seniors this game. We haven't seen Manueli, but at this point, Forks has been able to take his role and move head on.
And again, another showcase of the running back core. Number 30 will get the carry, Quinn Ranieri.
Ranieri with the carry, second down.
A bit quiet here. Second down. Santa Clara's looking for something big. Maybe a big running play. Maybe something explosive on the passing side. Let's see.
2nd and 1. They just need to get that 1 yard. And that's going to be a fumble.
And a dangerous play there, but it's recovered by Santa Clara. Third down.
Fumbled. Santa Clara recovers it. 3rd down.
And again, dangerous here, as they cannot afford a turnover in the midfield, especially not with the score as close it is. It's not really fair to call it a 2-score game, because the score and a half with this much time left on the clock is still a little too close for my liking.
Yeah, a little too close for comfort. Still 10 minutes remain, but if they can get the first down, that's instantly going to look a little brighter. And if they can just keep getting those first downs and keep chunking at that time and just chipping away at that time, then they're going to be in a way better position than they did when they started this drive.
Yeah, chewing the clock on this drive and every time they get the ball is really going to be the root of their, I guess, win here in this 4th quarter. As I think they'll get the first down, but that's definitely going to
Number 2.
hurt. Yeah, number 2, Jaden Forks with that one.
Jaden Forks pushes through for the first down.
Subs for Saratoga Falcons. Bruins knocking on their side of the field. They've showed they've had no issue getting up the midfield. Rarely stopping in it. Oh!
Quick takedown there.
And that was a rough tackle behind the line.
2nd down.
But they'll still hold the ball. 2nd down. Might start to have to employ a couple of different tactics here. That looked like a deliberate and quick stop from the Saratoga Falcons. Obviously, you got to slow the game down in the fourth quarter. You're going to play a little bit too fast for your own senses. Nerves, anxieties can definitely come into play here, especially on the line.
Unfortunate to get pushed back a couple yards there on the second down. They're going to go for the handoff. Oh, Fork's going to push right through.
And does good to gain the few couple yards, but it's still not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Santa Clara looking to maybe chip away at this 3rd and long.
Discussion between the two teams here. Crucial 3rd down for the Bruins. Able to take 2 minutes off the clock, however, from what we mentioned prior. Last time we were talking about it, 10 minutes. Now it's just went down past 8.
Yeah, again, chilling the clock, definitely going to be the name of their game because their defense has been solid, but their offense has been known to not move too far up the field. So the fact that they can move it up like this and still knock time off has been showing of their poise and their collectiveness.
Yeah, even though the defense has played great, there's still that looming feeling of the quarterback being a little inexperienced, and this being his first game back. They're worried about him making those errors.
Speaking of an error, that'll be a solid throw, but 7 will drop it. And that'll be 4th down as the punting team will come out. Oh, and the flag is flung. Looks like it's going to be called on a player, number 4.
That'll be a flag called on Santa Clara Bruins.
With that, the Bruins will move way far back.
Yeah, they'll have to punt it a little harder on this one if they want to get it farther into Saratoga territory.
Yeah, and this is the responsibility that these special teams have, is that in these situations you need something unique and you need a blast of a kick. And hopefully you can provide it here, at least get it into their own end, maybe on the 20, maybe the 30. But we've seen a lot of interesting returns here. We've seen a lot of grounders. We've seen a lot of sky kicks.
Yeah, interesting special teams play from both teams. And that's going to bounce towards the 30. It's going to bounce to about the 31.
And a really solid kick there.
To about the 31-yard line. Saratoga ready to take the ball on offense.
7 minutes, 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Santa Clara looking to dictate how fast this Saratoga offense moves. Not too sure what you're going to be seeing from the Saratoga offense after that pick. I would think they would have leaned towards their passing game before then, but at this point they may just rely on their tricky offensive run game.
Yeah, if those linemen keep paving the way for the running back, then that may be all they need, as only 7.5 minutes remain in this game.
Quick handoff doesn't go very far.
And 12 gets taken out by the legs. 2nd down.
And that'll run the clock as Santa Clara's defense will start working right now.
The Bruins getting prepared, waiting for Saratoga to line up. They know what they're doing, and they're confident in their ability right now.
Yeah, and it's mostly up to Saratoga to dictate how fast they want to move.
Oh, and also almost a fumbled snap.
But the pass
to 4. Oh, and he's going to hit him.
And a good defensive play from 1-9 there.
4 is going to get taken down quickly there. 3rd down.
And this is the kind of play that you need to see from your defense to have this kind of play work. It's that relentless drive to not let anything get through regardless. Follow the play until it's dead. That'll leave the clock running. Almost a minute expired in this drive so far. Santa Clara still in the lead by 10.
appears to be a timeout.
Third down, it looks like it's going to be a timeout for Saratoga.
Saratoga. That'll be a timeout for Saratoga.
Obviously, the Santa Clara group has had its share of experiences working under pressure. Homecoming games, had a couple of really close games for rivalries, and tonight they're playing out of their minds for senior night. What do you think they've excelled upon that they've normally had some struggles with?
I've been loving this pass game. The first half it was great. The second half it's been a little slower, but it's a passing game that we have not seen before. And honestly, a lot of credit goes.
Beautiful, yeah.
A lot of credit goes to the quarterback, number 17, Tessamale. Demoted to JV,
Then brought back up later on the
brought
season.
back, and he shows why he deserved to be brought back in the first place.
Yeah, this QB room definitely had its turmoils and definitely had its multiple players in and out of it. Oh, number 5.
He's almost getting the sack, and they're going to dip it to him.
And that is more of a loft, and it gets taken down almost immediately. Fourth down behind the
The
line.
Bruins are going to wrap him up there. Fourth down.
It looks extremely promising for Santa Clara as they have just dominated on the defensive side of the ball here so far.
It looks like number 17 is getting ready to get back on the field soon.
Yeah, and this QB's got to be loving these chances, right? He's been having a great game. It's a perfect time to really let it go. You got a score and a half up, and you've got a lot of time on the clock. Maybe it's time you experiment. Get those reps on varsity in now. Even though it's the last game, every bit of experience helps these players move on in the future.
Any bit of experience. Already, Tessamale showing great experience. Oh, and they're going to fake that. It's going to be a faked punt. Oh, and he's going to get through.
And that gets it to
Saratoga
past the
fakes
chains.
punt. Successful first down.
And again, we've mentioned Saratoga's extremely strange offensive game plan and special teams plan, and that is no exception there. Going for the pass and just an interesting play that worked well. But nonetheless, the time is still ticking. Under 5 minutes left on the clock. Saratoga looking to slowly truck this ball along.
Oh,
And it's going to
they're
get
not
stopped.
going to get much on that one. Stop short of the line of scrimmage. Second down. That's going to count as a tackle for loss there. Impressive play by the Bruins.
Yeah, and I'm noticing that the Bruins haven't really been getting conservative. They've been wanting to go for these tackles. They're moving as fast as they can to get them behind the line. They're not letting them get any more yards on this. They're not letting the speed get to them, I should say.
Zero with the carry.
Quick pitch. Doesn't go anywhere. Third down behind the line of scrimmage as well.
Number 0 for Saratoga gets swallowed up. Third down.
Time is ticking fast here for Saratoga. We're now under 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And it's starting to look increasingly better for this Bruins offense as they're going to probably get the ball one more time before the night ends.
That's what we're hoping for, but third down, I mean, they faked the punt on the last play, and that worked out perfectly for them.
Let's see what they do
you gotta
here.
be ready, willing, and careful.
Oh,
That's a long bomb. Is that going to be a
And
catch?
that's no good. He dropped it after the catch.
That'll be ruled no good.
And again, Santa Clara's defensive game, both on the run side and passing side, have been great. Just excellent defensive back play, safety play. One interception on the night for this defense as well. It's just been a good night all around for this Santa Clara team. Senior night again, as we mentioned before.
Senior night is where the seniors shine brightest, and that's been apparent tonight as called the number of many. Jaden Forks,
Gabe Chavez,
Tayshawn Reed,
Matt
Matthew
Paulino, absolute.
Greg Silva. The list goes on, and these are going to be seniors that Santa Clara is going to miss next season. But from talking with coaches, they still seem very optimistic.
Yeah, and it's hard to blame to be optimistic, right? You have a quarterback that's going to be here for the next 2 years, and he's playing with the big dogs right now. You know, he's been moved up in and out of the program, down to JV and varsity, and he's shown that he can shine with this group.
Apologies, that'll be about the 23-yard line.
Oh, thank you. This was my first day. They promoted me like 20 minutes before.
You did an awesome job. Nice job.
Thank you. Great play call.
And that is a wild push that's going to go really far.
Push down the field on that one. First down.
And the QB will head out onto the Santa Clara offense. Hopefully we can see some fun passing here after that really just easy play from the line, just able to move the Saratoga players out of the way. Time ticking, roughly 2 minutes left.
And they just got to keep running that ball.
Number
Forks is
2.
going to push through.
He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll make it second down.
Forks can get a little bit over a yard. Second down.
Definitely giving Forks his reps here, having his career night.
Yeah, definitely a career night for Forks. I mean, Manueli didn't really show up tonight, but as we said, they didn't necessarily need him. Manueli's played so phenomenally this season, and we're looking forward to seeing him next season as well. But Forks, this is his last game.
Again,
and he
senior
showcased
night,
why he's one of those top running backs.
Absolute dominant showcase here. Oh, breaks one, but gets taken down afterwards.
Wrapped up real quickly there.
Third down. Time's still ticking. There's going to be a timeout. Saratoga. Oh. Yeah, Saratoga.
Timeout, Saratoga.
They're going to try and stop the bleeding here. Minute 25. 10 points down with Santa Clara ball. Might be too late after this, but you never know.
Yeah, it might be too late, but then again, this is a third down. They might have to go for a pass here, and if they throw an interception, then that's going to be a great opportunity for Saratoga. Neither team can get, well, Santa Clara can't get too cocky. Saratoga can't give up yet.
Yeah.
There've been comeback from way more in less time.
We've seen crazier things here in this sport, especially at this level. And Saratoga hasn't been a bad team. They've just been outplayed. Hopefully that will continue as the game goes on.
Let's make some noise for Santa Clara Bruins on third down.
Oh,
17, Testimonial with
QB's
the pass.
looking for a pass. He's got a lot of time. Loft
Throws
to
it to 10.
Pine Chini looking for the inside. He gets through 3 or 4. Have
number 10
fun
gets
with
the
that
catch.
one, as that'll get the
First
Santa Clara
down.
Bruins
Santa Clara
well
Bruins.
past the midfield. Again, we've seen Pine Treaty a couple of times this season, but a couple times tonight, and he's made his case. Minute 13 left. Good passing game here tonight.
Yeah, probably the best passing game we've had all season. At least home games are concerned. So good to see the Santa Clara team firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and it's good to see this Santa Clara team optimistic. You know, we've seen too many times just them deflated after either the win or the loss. But you look at these players, they're bouncing, they're having fun, they're here for senior night, and they're loving it.
They're so happy to have a great senior night here.
Quick huddle from Santa Clara. Definitely want to be on the same page right now.
I mean, this game's going to be practically over. That
Oh,
first
yeah.
down is exactly what they needed. The clock's running down, 40 seconds left.
Handoff, kind of a trot. Ball will go down. The time is ticking. The game is over.
Second down.
The Santa Clara Bruins have won this game 23-13. And this has been an absolutely electric senior night, and it has been an absolute pleasure to watch these players just dominate. We'll wind down, take sort of the victory lap, you could say. Saratoga played a great game here tonight, but Santa Clara just managed to beat them out with their
Just played
stalwart
better.
defense.
Stalwart defense.
Just and surprising offense, an optimistic offense. And that will be the end of the
That'll
game.
be the end of the game. Oh, but there's a flag thrown at the final second.
And there's got to be some late drama, or else it's not a
gonna be
football
declined.
game.
That'll
And
be
it doesn't
the end
matter.
of the
They're
game,
going to
folks.
decline the penalty. The game is over.
Santa Clara, your Bruins win 23-13.
And an excellent win here on senior night. An excellent display of
I'd like to
football.
remind everybody, if you missed any of the action or want to relive the magic, check out SCHS Lure on YouTube.
We'd like
be
to
posted
thank
there.
everyone for tuning in and everyone for listening here tonight. And thank you for tuning in for the broadcasting season. This has been Jet Gutierrez, and I have been absolutely just glad, just love to be here.
We
And this
just
has
love to
been
be here. It's been Logan Van Pelt. We want to just brief end of the broadcast here. We here at SCHS Broadcasting Club would like to send our condolences to the Zamora family. And we want to give a special shout out to our boys in the press box, Theo Nguyen, Nicholas Iribiri, Olin Ruiz, Darby Ang, and Dylan Vu. That was Jet and Logan for the last time.
goodbye broadcasting and goodbye Santa Clara football for this season, and have a good night.